If you're joining me again, then this should be part 2, the camera cut out whilst looking at the sprite artwork feature. This is Dimitri's special move, Midnight Bliss, where he turns every character into a female version of themselves. Lots and lots of pages dedicated to this. Really, really nice to look through. Just to see the skill and the artistry that went into drawing each individual sprite. After that, we, in addition to Dimitri's Midnight Bliss, there's also Red Arima, who has a move called Makai Spell, I believe. I've not actually played the games or done any of these moves, so I'm not entirely sure how it all works. But it appears that he transforms, or can transform, each of the in-game characters into a demonic version of themselves, or a monstrous alter ego, which I think is so totally awesome that a company would spend this much time drawing this many alternate sprites. Because, I mean, you have to assume that the majority of gamers won't even see a small percentage of these, because you have to fight the character and be affected by the move. It moves on from Midnight Bliss and Makai Spell to Athena, which has a move called Heaven Spell, which appears to change each person into some form of animal character, possibly based on the Chinese mythology, or perhaps just random animals. This is again very cool. Really great to just have this many pages dedicated to quality sprite work. A look at various previous issues of IG, IG2, IG6, 8, and 9. Issue 2 having a feature on Yoshitaka Amano. Possibly worth tracking down those issues from the back issue department. Mog, Moogle, or Kupo. A look at the furry bear-like characters from Square's series of RPGs. This is interesting because obviously the Moogles were a kind of recurring staple character. Interesting to see how they've been reused each time. Tremendous. Look at Konami's Pentaro character, the chubby, lovable penguin, who's featured in many different games, including Parodius. Look at that, an entire page dedicated to sprite art. Brilliant. Look at various different kinds of pinball games. Pokemon, which doesn't especially interest me, but again, some nice comparison shots, for example, looking at different versions of Pikachu in Super Smash Bros. Kicks, or Quicks, however you want to pronounce it. Various spin-off or related games. This I quite like. This is a feature on the Rob the Robot and the many cameos that he has had in various different games. I mean, how awesome is this? Official artwork from Beautiful Joe, and there, if you look in the corner, there is a Rob the Robot to buy. Price $2.99. Samus Aran profile. This is really cool because they managed to dig up some original Japanese artwork explaining how she came to be on the planet. I had a quick skim to the text. I didn't notice if they explained how the name Samus came around. There's a post on Silicon Era website, if you dig that up, which which links to another source explaining how it came about. He has Samus, as featured in Tetris, playing what appears to be the cello. And various other cameo appearances she's had in games. There's her helmet in Geist. Trivia like this is so totally super awesome. I love just looking through the pics and looking at various, even slightly or remotely related things to it. Star Fox and F-Zero. Peace and Soul Calibur. Takahashi Meijin. Main guy, one of the main guys at Hudson, famous from the Venture Island series of games. Again, really nice design for the magazine. It managed to be quite clean and neatly laid out, but definitely not scrimping on the imagery. Another map of a stage. Lala and the various cameos that characters from Space Channel 5 have made in other games, and other strange anecdotal connections. Look, the Moralians in Res. Virtua Fighter. Walt Disney games. One thing I found interesting here is Adventure of Tokyo Disney Sea, which appears to be, for all you adventure fans out there, a kind of 2D point and click. I've not heard of it before, so I don't actually know much about it beyond what they've got here, but that looks quite interesting. Wonder Boy and the various games and spin-offs and connections that this series has. And a family chart of the games. Zelda, which isn't especially interesting. I mean, there's been so much coverage of the games that it's not always easy to dig up new stuff on it. But I quite liked the Zelda Link's Awakening, which features interesting connections. For instance, there's a character in Link's Awakening who apparently comes from another game called Kaeru no Tameni Kane wa Naru. And also the hippo, looking at the original version as in the artist's lair. Other neat trivia. This character, writing the letter in Zelda, appears to be based on the bespectacled guy from SimCity, apparently. Look at the character Zero. And we're winding our way down to the end of the book now. And that's IG-15, which will be in stores sometime, 22nd of July. And that's it. Rather expensive at €10 for a magazine, but as I said, quite a thick magazine. And the interesting thing is, because it's there's no